values that shape learners into upright citizens, securing a brighter future for Uganda.
Ateker of Buganda, Charles Peter Maiga, has called for a renewed focus on instilling core values in learners to build a better Uganda.
But today, the most successful or the most happy people are not necessarily doctors or lawyers or engineers. These days, many people register success as actors. So, we must cast the fear that success only comes to doctors and engineers and accountants and lawyers. So the realization and discovery of talent must start right in nursery school, through primary school, and other institutions of learning.
Maiga made this call during the official opening ceremony of the Olive School, emphasizing that education is vital in nurturing responsible citizens. He highlighted the need for better school infrastructures to inspire learners.
Educational institutions should be mindful of the infrastructure as they invest in schools. You see, reasonable infrastructure creates a conducive atmosphere, a conducive environment, and it broadens the mental outlook and attitudes of the learners.
The ceremony was graced by various religious leaders, including the Archbishop of Namirembe Diocese, Moses Banja, who offered prayers and blessing for the new institution. Nalongo Betty Tushabe, the founder of the Olive School, urged parents to trust her vision and enroll their children, ensuring them of a firm religious foundation and holistic education.
Some parents are not in their children's lives, but as a school we take an initiative where we meet parents on a termly basis. We bring in a counselor or a psychologist to talk to them, and that one has helped us.
The opening of the Olive School marks a step forward in providing quality education, blending strong values with academic excellence, and fostering a community of well-rounded individuals ready to contribute positively to society. Chontangwire Proscovia, Brian Tumwinebiaruhanga, UBC News.
Uganda Police Force spokesperson SCP Chituma Rusoke has paid a courtesy visit to Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, UBC, where he had an engagement with UBC management here in Kampala. Rusoke revealed that the police will utilize UBC's platforms to reach a larger audience across the country.
The Uganda Police spokesperson Chituma Rusoke, alongside Kampala Metropolitan spokesperson SSP Patrick Onyango, paid a courtesy visit to UBC. The visit aimed to explore potential collaboration between the two organizations on information sharing and security-related coverage. The guests toured the UBC TV and radio studios, control rooms, newsrooms and other facilities, exploring ways to enhance cooperation. UBC Managing Director Winston Agaba commended the Uganda Police Force for its tremendous work and emphasized the importance of collaboration to ensure better service delivery to the public.
And we believe that with our 11 FM radio stations, our footprint is quite important, not only just for us as a broadcaster, but to make sure that even you as police, we know that community policing has become a big issue, and we want to give you our commitment that we shall provide you with all the backing and support.
With the rise of social media, the spread of unregulated content, and an increase in cyber crimes, the police has been encouraged to use UBC's widespread broadcasts to educate the public and promote awareness across all regions of Uganda.
Of late, there are very many things, and I've seen them being shared on our platforms as well. Follow this link, it is Museveni PDM money. Follow this link, It is any donation, those links, and they are all criminal. They are just scamming money out of people. So if there could be a way of bringing the bigger communication that the police has in form of multimedia, small clips, images, and the rest would help.
For instance, issues of criminality are issues that the public will want to know how are you dealing with it. Issues of accidents, maybe on the routes you are going to West, you are going to Gulu, when they have occurred and they are giving you that brief, is there a way the public broadcaster can have bit of that?
In response, police spokesperson Rusoke Chituma assured that the force is committed to using all available platforms and resources to establish effective communication channels.
Through the interaction with the MD and the management, there is capacity that can be tapped into by Uganda Police Force. UBC enjoys the geographical outreach, and also UBC taps into the diversity of Uganda. We want to tap into those opportunities and make sure that the message for security or message about security is immediately sent forward.
Other participants during this engagement shared their views.
We would be happy to really partner with you and partner with all security agencies as a national broadcaster.
I would request UBC reporters, maybe like those ones up country, are given priority, and they normally relay some of those information before they become stale the way.
Rebecca Natongo, Stephen Kayumba, UBC News.
The National Identification and Registration Authority, NIRA, has cautioned married couples whose marriages are not yet registered under the Marriage Act of 2024 to complete the registration in order for their marriages to be recognized in the National Register System. Now, this comes a month after Parliament of Uganda recognized NIRA as the sole authority responsible for registering all national marriages.
The Marriage Bill 2024, introduced in Parliament by the woman member of Parliament for Tororo, Sarah Opendi, provides for the regulation of religious and spiritual marriages by NIRA. The bill covers church marriages, civil marriages, Islamic marriages, customary marriages, and Hindu marriages, all of which will be regulated by law and registered under NIRA.
So churches are authorized by getting a license to celebrate marriages, okay? So once marriage is solemnized, then they are supposed to make a return that yes, we have wedded X and Y, and this is evidence of their marriage. Then the government takes now a record and keeps a record that X and Y were married by church X. So the marriages of the churches, of course, are good marriages.
On proxy marriages, regulators have raised concerns about the irregularities in the identity of couples, emphasizing the need for consent and the importance of physical identity verification.
And it is hard for you to consent unless you are there in person. We had things like marriages by Zoom and things of the kind. Now Zoom, the last I checked, is a screen. So you cannot know who is behind and probably forcing someone to say certain things. So if you want to have a proper marriage, then chances are you're going to have this marriage where people are actually present. So we do not have marriages by proxy. Marriages of where people are being wedded with pictures.
Stakeholders have expressed strong concerns about certain clauses in the marriage bill, urging legislators to consult with various entities before passing the bill.
We've had this for a long time, and we told them, if you are going to make civil marriages polygamous, then you must separate these with Christian marriages. The Christian marriages can never be at any time polygamous. That's who we are, and that's what we want. Now, in the bill, the change has been effected. But there are things that are not yet mentioned. There are areas, there are certain marriages or marriage systems that are not catered for in the bill. And that's where the next discussion should be.
The marriage tribunal may not have mandate over issues of property, issues of custody of children. Reason because that tribunal is not recognized under the civil law. So our advocacy and request to government is that let other Christian religions' marriage tribunals and councils be also recognized by government in terms of handling internal matters regarding marriage.
The Marriage Bill 2024 will ensure that all marriage data is stored electronically in the National Marriage Register, managed by NERA. This was discussed during the first NERA stakeholder consultation meeting on marriage. Komagum Rogers for UBC.
To be a winner, it requires that you exceed all the limits of mankind and womankind. But when you play with MTN Momo, winning is easy. Simply get your phone and use the Momo app or dial *165*3#, enter merchant code, enter amount, enter your Momo PIN and pay. Congratulations! Your stomach is full and now you stand a chance to win mobile money with MTN Momo.
Do you need data collection services, data analysis and reporting, monitoring and evaluation systems? Then contact Mold Technologies, a professional research firm that has provided many organizations with timely research solutions for over 15 years. For more information, visit www.mt.co.ug or call us on 0704 913 399 or 0782 602 963. Visit our office in Kampala at Sayuni Complex in Tinda. Mood Technologies, your professional research firm.
Uncle Mo.
Asivi kocha tukwasa.
Vayo na wasajja batusonyiye.
Chikakasi.
Vayo.
Government has done it. Uganda Revenue Authority has taken you off the burden of paying interests and penalties. All you have to do is to pay your outstanding principal tax to benefit from the waiver of interests and penalties that runs till the end of December 2024. Call us on our toll-free line or email services@ura.go.ug.
Uganda Revenue Authority, developing Uganda together.
Welcome back from that break, and this is News Tonight here on UBC TV. Moving on now, and the Ministry of Science and Technology is making efforts to electrify all public and government vehicles now that Kira Motors has the capacity to produce 2,500 electric vehicles annually. Dr. Cosmas Muichirize, the Superintendent of Industrial Value Chains Development, made the revelation while presenting the manifesto commitment status for the ministry. Take a watch.
The Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation has achieved several key targets, including the establishment of the value chain facilities and the operationalization of the Kira Motors vehicle plant.
But we have also started exporting our flour. We have committed market. We are already exporting a ton to South Korea per week, per month. Saudi Arabia, the Balkans, the United States. And in fact, we're only being limited by our production capacity. And we notice that when we export this flour, where we export it to, they are even extending the value chain. We saw the South Koreans are making baby foods. Now, Kira Motors is ready for commissioning. We are waiting for a date from His Excellency. It is arguably the largest and most competent motor vehicle manufacturing facility on the African continent. It has everything from a body shop, that's where like all these steel girders and metal sheets come in. And then so from the body shop to the paint shop to chassis, trim line, quality inspection and testing, everything is right here. So we now have the capacity to make electric buses end to end, and we are already doing it.
The ministry is also in the process of introducing technology to measure workers' productivity in organizations.
We have started developing tools to measure people's productivity. So you're a university lecturer and you're saying, pay me this much, but do you really merit it? What are you bringing? What's the input that is driving that output? Or you're just draining the economy? Is there someone who could be paid even much more? Or could you be... Okay, now, this also goes to the private sector. What informs you to hire 5 people instead of 3? But now we need to ensure that you're paying people well, but are they producing?
However, the ministry has also encountered some challenges.
We did value chain analysis and we found that for every 1 kilogram of green bean that we sell as a country, we are donating $3 to the world. So when we sell unprocessed coffee, we are losing. It's a net loss. Because many of our people count just the money they are getting when they are selling. They don't count the fertilizer, they don't count the pesticides, they don't count the labor, they don't count the land. Even when you own the land, you should account for it.
Manufacturers are being urged to improve branding and packaging to enable local products to compete globally. Winnie Ainembabazi Katwire and Dan Rugemoa for UBC.
Now, the Minister for Health, Dr. Jane Ruth Acheng, has called for expansion of the Children's Surgical Hospital to better accommodate the overwhelming number of children requiring surgical care in the region. Dr. Acheng, who represented the First Lady, Janet Kataha Museveni, made the request during the launch of the first pediatric laparoscopy surgery and training program at the Children's Surgical Hospital in Entebbe that's aimed at improving pediatric care.
Pediatric surgical needs are immense in the country, with more than 15% of the children suffering from untreated surgical conditions, while the existing resources are insufficient. So, the Children's Surgical Hospital in Entebbe launched the first pediatric laparoscopy surgery in the country to increase the quality of surgical care available for children. Minister for Health, Dr. Jane Ruth Acheng, noted that the program will strengthen local capacity in pediatric surgery and enhance the skills of pediatric surgeons.
In Uganda, we don't have hospitals that are designated for children. Children's facilities are combined with the other bigger hospitals. Even in Mulago, where we have a specialized facility, we have a pediatric section that is part of the bigger hospital. And by expansion, I am only emphasizing the need to have specialized sections in our regional referral hospitals for surgery for children.
So today the minister has been requesting to start thinking about an expansion. This is something that requires a lot of efforts, energy, resources, both in terms of financial resources and in terms of human resources. So definitely we will take into consideration the needs and the request, because this is a partnership, and we will try to work on it as soon as possible.
Laparoscopy is a minimally invasive surgery involving small incisions which offer reduced post-operative pain, early discharge from the hospital and fewer complications. At least 10 to 15 patients with urogenital conditions will benefit from the laparoscopy surgery at the Children's Surgical Hospital every month in 2025.
This is part of the commitment of Emergency NGO to provide to Ugandan children and beyond the highest quality possible in healthcare, free of charge, because we believe that healthcare is a basic right. Therefore, everybody should be entitled to access the most appropriate care, regardless his or her capacity to pay. And in this vision, we have found a good partner in the Ministry of Health of Uganda, the government in its as a whole, starting from His Excellency the President, to actually decided to allocate this land for the hospital.
In this hospital we host not only Ugandan patients, but even even children that comes from abroad. To give you an idea about the more than 5,000 surgeries that we ran since the opening in April 2021, 10% of the treated patients comes from abroad, mainly Burundi, but even Sudan. We have some cases from the Sierra Leone and even one from the Afghanistan. Why this is possible? This is possible because the model itself is sustainable, and we are proving it year by year.
Clinical training program will help local surgeons develop advanced medical skills. Since 2021, the Children's Surgical Hospital provides free and high-quality care to children, with over 35,000 pediatric outpatients visits and 5,000 surgical interventions. Zahra Abigaba, UBC News.
Now, all is set for the Ateker Reunion Festival of the Iteso community in Soroti City. About 25,000 people across East Africa and beyond are expected to attend, with President Yoweri Museveni expected to grace the event with 4 of his other colleagues. Iteso Cultural Union spokesperson Abdallah Ochogi says this is a moment for the Itesot across the world to toe the lane of unity. Henry Okrot reports.
Not even the rain will stop Soroti Sports Ground from hosting the Reunion Festival of the Iteso. The event, programmed to host over 25,000 people, will be graced by 5 heads of state.
All the groups of Kenya have arrived, South Africa has arrived, Ethiopia, Kenya have just, the buses have just come. So we are very, very happy and excited to host them here.
And the ground is all set.
Papemormor, with the help of the funds from the government, through Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development, were able to secure the funds to clean up Soroti City, which has come back to be the cleanest and modern city due to this festival.
It is a moment of reunion that is being welcomed by both cultural and political leaders.
We discussed issues affecting women, issues affecting elders, and issues affecting the youth, all which are going to be put tomorrow in a communique whereby all the Eastern African presidents who are going to attend will be able to put a signature and agree on how to move the Ateker nations together.
Now that we have started with reunion as Ateker, can we make also event for specifically the youth, so that the youth appreciate their language, their norms, their traditions? The majority of our youth cannot cook our local food.
Their wish is to see this routinely take place in bringing the Ateker together.
But we should be able to have one more, or the king for all the Itesot wherever they are. Whether you are the Tepesa, you are the Karamojong, you are the Ethiopians, you are the Sudanese, but one more. That would really be good for us.
5 African presidents, alongside other leaders, are expected to grace the event. Henry Okrut, UBC.
We'll now go for another short break, but when we return, we'll be looking at the latest in business. Do stay with us.
You used to tell me that I don't make you happy. All that time you would be complaining. I'll call you every day, yeah, yo, baby, don't know.
can now get all the chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000 or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21 hash and select daily or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
In the heart of Uganda, a financial revolution is happening. We were once left out, saving the old-fashioned way, with an unexpected saving spot, keeping it too close for comfort. But now, we found a better way to save and manage money. Download the Wendy app from Google Play or App Store or dial *229 hash. With Wendy, your money is safe and you can earn interest daily. Visit your Google Play or App Store or dial *229 hash to register. Wendy, Wanawoli.
Do you need data collection services, data analysis and reporting, monitoring and evaluation systems? Then contact Molt Technologies, a professional research firm that has provided many organizations with timely research solutions for over 15 years. For more information, visit www.mt.co.ug or call us on 0704 913 399 or 0782 602 963. Visit our office in Kampala at Sayuni Complex in Tinda. Mood Technologies, your professional research firm.
The Homes and Construction Expo is back. Are you looking for answers to your property and real estate development questions? Come and interact with experts in the industry including architects, engineers, developers, interior designers, financiers and more from 30th November to 1st December 2024. The expo will be at the Millennium Park opposite Philip Omondi Stadium under the theme Affordable Housing, Innovations and Technology. There will be captivating exhibitions and insightful discussions daily. Entrance is only 10,000 shillings per day. To book a stall, contact 0772 354 940. The Homes and Construction Expo is brought to you by New Vision.
Welcome back. Let's have a look now at the latest in business. The Minister for Energy and Mineral Development, Dr. Ruth Nankabirwa, has confirmed that Uganda will not achieve its long-anticipated commercial oil production timeline of 2025. Nankabirwa, who has just returned from COP29 in Baku, called for patience from citizens as the country navigates the complex path to commercial oil production. Denis Goa has more on that story.
The excitement surrounding Uganda's first oil production by 2025 is steadily fading as the country now faces the reality of delays in realizing the proceeds from its crude oil reserves. But why has the timeline shifted?
Much as we have the rigs drilling, they are not pulling out oil because we did not plan for storage of crude. No, we didn't plan for that. We planned for the central processing facilities to do the primary processing and then the pipes that are being laid to take to the refinery and the crude oil. Okay, pump station number 1 in Hoima, that meter with a metering how much crude is going to the refinery, how much crude is going to the East African crude oil pipeline. Minus those critical infrastructure, the refinery and the crude oil pipeline, you cannot talk about seeing first oil in 2025.
Dr. Ruth Nankabirwa, the Minister of Energy and Mineral Development, attributes the delay to a mix of challenges, including the complexity of project execution and global concerns over climate change, which have presented financing hurdles.
Because of the unfairness of some of the climate change activists, our projects suffered. They delayed. our midstream projects delayed, and yet they facilitate the upstream development.
The financing structure of the project has also undergone a significant shift, with the equity to debt ratio moving from the original 40 to 60 to a new 52-48 split, favoring the financiers.
As a matter of principle, we have increased the equity, okay? And the recent one was $45 million for Tanzania and for Uganda. And Total, of course, gives in much more because their shareholding is 62%. Ours is 15%, Tanzania 15%, CNOC is 8%. So we put in according to our shareholding.
The government now projects the start of commercial oil production to be pushed to 2027, marking a 2-year delay from the previously targeted date of late 2025.
So Ugandans have to bear with us. We wanted very much to have the first oil next year, 2025. But I'll be deceiving myself to tell Ugandans.
Dennis Igoa for UBC News.
Now, Ateker customers across the country are urged to comply with the new prepayment system or risk staying in the dark. The Minister of Energy has issued this ultimatum following the official rollout of new software for prepayment electricity meters on November the 24th.
Ateker meters users who did not upgrade their meters to the global standard transfer specification software by the November 24th deadline will not be able to load tokens, leaving them without electricity.
Any meters that are not upgraded will reject tokens generated after the deadline, and therefore users will not get electricity. Technology expires. Technology has challenges that affect its performance. So this technology, which was introduced in 1993, was supposed to be upgraded so that it matches with the new trends.
The mandatory upgrade of electricity meters using key change tokens aimed at extending their operational life to 2045. The old system has been in use since 1993.
The electricity distribution companies have been embarking on upgrading electricity meters using key change tokens on every meter to extend their life to 2045. And after 2045, of course, there will be another upgrading of these meters.
According to Uganda Electricity Transmission Company Limited, about 2.2 million customers have upgraded their meters, representing 95.5% completion for both Umeme and UEDCL customers combined, and 100% for KISS and Wenreko.
We proceeded to generate key change tokens for all the 17,122 customers. This was under the premise that if the window hits on the 24th, it practically means that those customers may not be able to access the key change generation system.
Efforts by key stakeholders are ongoing to enhance compliance with the new token identifier system. However, about 130,000 Umeme and Uganda Electricity Distribution Company Limited customers have yet to comply. Dennis Igoa for UBC News.
Let's have a look now at how the Ugandan shilling fared today against the following selected local and international currencies in our Forex report.
Brought to you by download the Wendy app from Google Play or App Store or dial *229#. Wendy Wanaori.
Welcome back. Let's have a look at sports news now, and we are looking at soccer, where the 9th edition of the Aliguma Foundation Banda Slums Soccer Tournament has officially kicked off, with action taking place at the FUFA Foundation for Children refurbished Acholi Quarters playground.
The Aliguma Foundation Banda Slums Soccer Tournament continues to exemplify the transformative power of sports in uplifting communities while addressing critical societal challenges. Already, and with just one match day, all indications are that this season will be no different. This has come to the fore during the opening fixture, in which Acholi Quarters Galacticos ejected reigning champions Luigi FC 12-11 in penalties after a scoreless regulation time. This year's tournament will run on the theme of recycle, reduce and reuse, while seeking to inspire a committed fight against improper plastic and waste management. An estimated 60 teams, including women and children American football displays, will spice this tournament that continues to be a vibrant celebration of resilience and community uprightness.
This tournament has helped me with much things, and it has helped to improve on my talent, that is football. First of all, I never knew where to fall, and I never knew which team that I should play for. So, as this tournament came, it helped me to know that I should play for Acholi Quarters Select, and it helped me to provide me very many things like shoes. As me, a goalkeeper, helped me to provide gloves and very many things that helped me to improve on my talent.
Over the years, since the start of this tournament in 2017, only 5 teams, including Chiganda FC, Kawenja FC, NBA Shooting Stars, Tigers FC and Ridge FC, have won the championship.
The Office of the National Chairman of NRM and the President, in collaboration with various companies, has organized a football tournament for the Bazukulu of President Yoweri Museveni. The event aims to identify and nurture young talent. According to Hajat Hadija Namyalo, head of the Office of the National Chairman of NRM, the tournament will commence on December 13th, and participation is free for every team that wishes to join. She extended an invitation to all teams to participate in the tournament. A former Uganda Cranes player, Hassan Waswa, representing the Federation of Uganda Football Associations, FUFA, expressed gratitude to President Museveni for his commitment to promoting youth talent. Waswa encouraged the youth to take part in the tournament.
As well, to identify those ones that are qualifying or who are capable, who are good enough to future maybe on the national team. So by boosting talent means that you have to be practical on ground, so that they identify you as either the worst or the best team or the best footballer. This is the gala that is going to close the year, and we are expecting you guys in big numbers, so that we ensure that football is highly recognized.
As FUFA, we are glad to be here, and and Mr. Moses Magogo introduced a technical master plan that will look for talents out there, and the respectable people will come through to this tournament, and they will identify these talents, and we shall see where we shall take them, and hopefully they will get to penetrate in the national team. We are happy to be amongst this tremendous tournament, and we shall be working hand in hand with Hajat to make sure that this tournament moves swiftly.
Twasazeewo naffe okubeera abamu ku basponsa okubanga tusponsoringa egala ey'abazzukulu okubanga twalabye nga kikulu nnyo okubanga naffe tetusigalira mabega, kubanga eno engeri yokka gye tuyinza okuyitamu okutegeeza abantu ebintu byaffe bye tukola n'okubitegeera obulungi.
We are calling upon all the grandchildren of this nation to come take part of the gala to boost your talent, proper identification, because we are going to have FUFA around. We are going to have all stakeholders. We have Hassan Waswa here. He will be there to guide on behalf of FUFA.
And with that, we've come to the end of this bulletin. Thank you so much for having kept us company. On sign language, it has been Yusufu Senyemo, and I am Rukidi Edward Kijanangoma, wishing you a blessed night.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
The Ministry of Health informs the general public that there are some cases of Mpox detected in Uganda. The ministry, working with partners and affected district local governments, are doing their best to contain the situation. The signs and symptoms of Mpox are body rash, fever, general body weakness, headache, sore throat, nasal congestion or cough, and swollen lymph nodes. You can prevent yourself from getting infected with Mpox by avoiding close contact with people who have been confirmed to have Mpox or who have signs and symptoms of Mpox. Avoiding touching or sharing personal items like beddings, eating utensils, phones, or other belongings of a person who has the signs and symptoms of Mpox. Avoiding contact, including eating, with all wild animals, alive or dead, especially those known to carry the virus, such as rodents and monkeys, and those that appear sick or have been found dead. Getting vaccinated if you're among those who have been identified to be at high risk of Mpox infection. Mpox is treatable and usually goes away after 2 to 4 weeks. However, it can be severe, causing even death, especially among children, pregnant women, and those with other health conditions. For more information and support, contact your nearest health worker. Call the Ministry of Health's toll-free line on 0800 100 066 or send a free SMS to YouReport on 8500.
Tuliko ground, Blascon, paint and win. This year, Blascon paint and win. Tuliko ground, Chicho, buy paint worth 100K. Get a scratch card, SMS the code to 71197. Stand a chance to win instant airtime, 1 million shillings bully day there, or a share of a 3 million shillings jackpot each week. What do you want the brand new podas, tuk-tuks, and so much more. Catch the paint and win action every Monday on Bukede One, NBS, and Sanyuka TV. Blascon, color your world.
In the heart of Uganda, a financial revolution is happening. We were once left out, saving the old-fashioned way, with an unexpected saving spot, keeping it too close for comfort. But now, we found a better way to save and manage money. Download the Wendy app from Google Play or App Store or dial *229#. With Wendy, your money is safe and you can earn interest daily. Visit your Google Play or App Store or dial *229# to register. Wendy, Wanawoli.
There is myths that so many of you live by. If your eye is twitching, it means you're going to see someone you like. If it shines and rains at the same time, it means a leopard is giving birth. If your hand is itching, it means you're going to get money. If you see an owl, it means somebody's gonna die. If you hear of a disease outbreak, just know it is in a village district at the border next to some suspicious country. You will want to scratch that last myth. Because Mpox is in 19 districts and Kampala is among with dozens of cases, please stop going around checking anyone's hand. Mpox kills. Protect your loved ones.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.